So I spent $100,000 in 24 hours. Now, if you've seen the thumbnail, it is not on materialistic stuff, a car, Rolex. I mean, I've had this one for like 5 years, picked this one up in Belgrade, Serbia. But don't worry, that's not what this video is about. But I will break down what I have spent it on. And the reason why I put the thumbnail that I have is because I may be known to you as someone who is living pretty lean and frugal. I do not take pride in that. It's just a regular lifestyle to me and how I believe every entrepreneur should have at least that principle applied in their life when they're building up their riches. With that being said, I spent 100 grand in 24 hours and I'm gonna share with you exactly what I have spent it on. So first big thing, it's a quick update for you all. I'm right now in Netherlands. It is raining, probably not able to see it, but yeah, here since yesterday, and I was in Munich for about a week. And before I left for Munich, I actually made a $80,000 investment, which is where the large part of the 100 grand has gone to. I'm gonna share with you what and why. So what I have invested into is school shares. I have taken over someone's school shares for 80,000 USD. And the reason why I paid him 80,000 USD is because this is not factual, but I have a good idea of school's current valuation. And currently I'm also an investor, as you may or may not know. I've got $250,000 invested into it. So I basically bought it over from someone who also invested in the seed round of school. So basically when they first raised funds, when it was worth at about 100 million, the company, and I've taken it over because, school has grown immensely by now. And so that 15K that he put in at that time, I bought over those shares for 80K, right? And I'm not gonna get into valuation and stuff because I don't think it's my place to, be the expert when there's no like official valuation. So I'm just gonna keep that like kind of within my opinion. I do not wanna publicize that on my YouTube video here. But that being said, I spent 80 grand on taking over someone's shares. And the cool part is that this person that I bought it over from basically follows my wealth building journey online. And long story short, I'm in the same mastermind as he is, or well, we both were, because that mastermind is closed down. That was Sam Ovens, his mastermind. And I share there in the community, because there's like a follow-up community on that. There was a quantum community and now it's called Quantum Alumni. And it's like where all the old quantum members are in on school. And I shared with everyone that I'm busy building my wealth up. So like I'm really trying to go from rich to wealthy, right? So have good investments, really have a good ecosystem of a strategy, and having school shares is a big part of that. So venture capital, long story short, he saw that post and then he reached out to me and he asked if I'd be interested in buying over his shares because, of a situation, which I'm also not gonna get into. So that is pretty much what happened. And then for me, we had like a couple of weeks back and forth and I took that over, which is great. So now I have an additional 2 or 3K shares in school, which is gonna be formalized pretty soon. And that's where a part of the 100 grand went to, right? And look, this specifically is to build generational wealth, to build long-term wealth, right? For me, and this 100 grand, like where most of my money goes to is unforgettable experiences, creating great memories with loved ones and building long-term wealth. And so the 80K falls underneath like the long-term wealth. So that is the first big chunk I have spent the 100 grand, 80K of that onto, and kind of some context with that. Now, the second thing, I have spent $10,000 or euros on a hotel, right? So 10,000 euros on a hotel. I was in Munich, as I just said at the beginning of this video, for a week. And I was at the Charles White Hotel. Definitely not cheap, but definitely worth it because we had a great experience, friendly staff, great location. We were able to explore Munich for a week, which funnily enough, it was when the UEFA League football was kicking off here in Europe. And we had no idea, and it happened to be like very, very busy in the streets of Munich. We saw a lot of German people, obviously, because it's Germany, and then we saw like a lot of Scottish people with like their skirts out. And I don't say that with like a condescending tone or intent. It's just, I've never seen that, so it was pretty cool to see, pretty funny as well. So that's what happened, spent 10K basically onto that. And yeah, we stayed there for a week. And the reason I went to Munich is because I was in Düsseldorf for about a week last Christmas. And before we left back to the airport, after we spent like, I think like a week in Düsseldorf, The hotel person who escorted us out, he basically said like, hey guys, if you've enjoyed Dusseldorf, you should check out Munich. And that struck with me, and I saved that in my mind for whenever we were gonna be booking another travel. And that's why I went to Munich. It was great. It was beautiful, honestly. So that's where another 10K went to. And I all spent this, again, kind of like in the same day, right? So that's already 90K. And then once I got to Munich, I bought a new MacBook. Funny story, I destroyed my MacBook in Portugal. Long story short, I was planning my day, I was getting ready, and what happened was that I spilled coffee by accident over my MacBook. So like I was planning on my Remarkable tablet, and my coffee was right in front of me. I wanted to like take a sip, and I was like still writing, and then I accidentally kicked over with this part of my arm the coffee onto my MacBook, and it was like just splattered in coffee, and that's basically what happened. And then from there, yeah, I wasn't able to use that for a week. And I got to Munich, and I was like, hey, I was with my partner. I was like, hey babe, I need a new MacBook. Let's go to the store. And then, yeah, I saw 4 versions of a MacBook. One was like 2.5K, 3K, 4K, and a 5K. And I was like, I wasn't initially gonna opt for the most expensive one, but then I just kind of like thought about, well, I work on it every day. It's an investment. I'm gonna use it for many years to come, so may as well just get one of the best, right? So that's what happened. And then I copped the most expensive MacBook available, MacBook Pro 16-inch with the M3 chip, and then some other specs, no idea what that means. I just picked the most expensive one. So yeah, that's where another 5K went to. And then the remainder of that 5K was on flights. So that's pretty much where the 100 grand total was spent upon in 24 hours. And another really cool thing that I did right before I left Munich, so I think this was yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday. And I bought first class tickets for my parents to the Philippines with Emirates. And that's 18,000 USD. So they can also, and as I said, like midway this video, like I spend my money on 2 things mainly. It's like building my long-term wealth, unforgettable experiences, and sharing with loved ones, right? So this falls underneath these 2. And yeah, you can see here, like first class right there. So that's for my parents. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much what happened. Just wanted to come on here, give you all like kind of an update of what I've been doing, what I've been like experiencing, like more of my personal life. Business has been great. I make a lot of business videos, so like I wanted to make this one more personal. So yeah, that's what I spent 100 grand on. And look guys, the message with this too is like, don't just spend your money mindlessly on things because you see other people do it on social media. Like understand what your core values are and stack your cash, and then go ahead and spend it whenever it's appropriate. I see too many entrepreneurs who spend it too fast. And what I mean by that is like they make some money, they don't have a buffer, and then they spend it on whatever, right? Even if it's not materialism, like build up a good buffer, get yourself solid, have a good tax strategy. I made a video on this a long time ago. It's called How I Manage My Wealth and Finances as an Entrepreneur. Highly recommend you watch it. So yeah, when I leave the video at this, keep it short and sweet. So with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you all in the next one. Take care.